Good evening, everyone. I'm the Black Shadow, and I welcome you to this surprise but hopefully short update video. Don't worry, this isn't a bad thing. You know, as the months have been going on, a lot of these update videos have been getting more and more good rather than constantly, oh, this is broken, oh, that's not working, oh, I can't do this now, I have to wait 6 months until I've got the equipment to do it. Which is good. But I've come to this update video to ask your opinion, if anything, folks. Now, obviously, we've been doing Let's Play everything for Outbreak File 1 at the moment, which has been great fun to play. It's been good to watch myself. I have watched back over some of it, and there has been some very good moments, and it has easily been the highest viewed LP sort of on release that I've had so far. So I'm very grateful to you folks. So thank you very much for that. You know, I'm glad you've enjoyed it as much as I have. But a few people have asked me over the course of the LP, folks, about File 2, which obviously you have technically seen a bit of. Part 0 of File 1 was File 2, it was the tutorial from that. And a few people asked me about whether I was going to do the LP of File 2 or not, of which I can safely tell you I will be doing File 2 as an LP. Don't worry about that. No way I'm passing up doing File 2. But then the question what came up was, okay, if you're going to do it, when? Because I'd sort of already sort of had my ideas of how I was going to do things. I was going to do File 1, and then originally I was just going to then sort of move on, like take the few days I'm going to need to finally get that GTA video done, which I've been meaning to do. Completely haven't got around to doing that. It's been a bit bizarre. Never mind. And then sort of I'd be then moving on to sort of Silent Hill 2, along with the LP I'm doing with King Shrike, and moving along with bits and pieces in that. But a few people suggested about, well, you know, if you're doing File 1 and have done File 1, why not just do File 2 right afterwards, folks? No, and I was sort of sitting, I was thinking about it and thinking, oh, I couldn't. You know, I mean, it's not much of a, it's not a problem to me if I just sort of did File 2 immediately after with File 1. You know, sort of, you know, while how File 1 works is nice and fresh in the head, I don't need to sit for like ages trying to explain File 2. You know, I don't need to worry about that. I've done a tutorial anyway, so I could link that through if I have to. You know, it's not a problem. But then I was sort of thinking, you know, well, it ain't going to affect my schedule much. I can easily make space for it, you know, do File 2 and then get on with what I'm doing. But, you know, like I've had the ethos always when I've done this channel, you know, because, yes, I make these videos, you know, I sort of decide how I'm doing, what I'm doing sort of thing. But I've always had the ethos, you know, of trying to include, you know, the people that watch the videos as much as I can in the process, because, you know, without you, the channel wouldn't exist. I've always said that, you know, I'm a firm believer of that, you know, I'm as grateful to you as just about anyone else. And to be honest, I don't really know what people think. I've had sort of 3 or 4 people have asked me about doing File 2, you know, and a couple people, I forget your names, I do apologise, suggested about doing it straight after File 1. And I'm not too worried myself either way. Because it's File 2 and because, you know, it's a great game, you know, and obviously having watched File 1, it might make some sense to do File 2. And in the more general sort of grand scheme of things, of stuff that you may or may not know about, I'll keep it at that, it may actually prove a little more beneficial to the channel, actually, if there's sort of like an extra month, I suppose, put into doing File 2. Personally speaking, that's merely in regards to the joint LP I'm doing with King Shrike there. That's neither here nor there. But I'm not too fussed either way. If I do File 2 now, or it's sort of in say it'd be about a week's time, or if I leave File 2 to do at some other point. But then I'm sort of looking at the other Resident Evils. I'm thinking, well, we've got Code Veronica I want to do. And then after Code Veronica, it's then off to sort of the next gens, you know, Resident Evil 4 and onwards. And in a way, I don't know, it might make sense to people to do sort of Outbreak File 2 now, having done File 1 again. But this is why I'm making this video, folks, because I'm not 100% fussed either way, and I'm very curious to know what people, what you think, folks. I really curious to know how you feel about if I did File 2 straight afterwards. You know, and if a lot of people are saying, yeah, go for it, then I'll do it. You know, I've got no problems with that. It'd be nice to do. You know, if people want to have a bit of a break, perhaps, then you know, I'll give it a rest for now, and I might do sort of like, cause I want to do Code Veronica soon, and then I'd do File 2 before I start with Resident Evil 4s and that, because that's when the genre changed from then. So I kind of want to go along with that. But I'm not too fussed either way, and I would like to hear what you think about it. If you want to leave comments, some your thoughts in the comment section would be wonderful. You know, just so I can sort of gauge, you know, who wants to see what and sort of how it's done and why, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Because I'd be very interested to know what you think, folks, and if you would like me to do File 2 beforehand. It's up to you. So that's all that is. But yes, there's not going to be any Outbreak video go up tonight. 2 on tomorrow, Friday, to cover for Saturday. I won't be here, and then Sunday and Monday should be the last 2 videos. That's assuming the LP goes for 4 videos, or the level goes for 4 more videos. I don't know. I haven't recorded it yet, so that's merely speculation. But anyways, folks, so that's where I'm going to leave it. So I'll thank you very much for listening. Thank you in advance for your comments, your thoughts, your suggestions. Thank you very much in advance for that. And yeah, other than that, very interesting to hear what people think. So thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you in Outbreak tomorrow. So take care.